Hi, friends. I'm here. I'm Susan Smith. My business is called StampCreatively. Hopefully, you know who I am. If not, and we're new friends, welcome. I have some new online exclusives to show you. Tanya is not going to be with us this week. She has 100,000 things. Wow. Friends, it's humid in Indiana, and the curls have been activated. I didn't release, you don't know how many stick out until you see yourself. But there's, sorry, got distracted by all the things that stick out. But there are lots of curls going on. So Tanya's not going to be with us this week, so I'll be live again on Wednesday. I've got some fun. I have an endless supply of super cute things to show you. We've gotten together and created some things, and I've created some things. Tanya's done some things, and so I'm going to show you what I have and then go into the new product that I want to show you. If you're on my email list, you got an email today that has a link to the online exclusives because you can order them on Wednesday. So starting Wednesday, you can order them. That's July 1st. So I've sent you a link and you can look at them. So you'll be able to see them. Hi, Mary. So I sent you a link if you get my email, and you should be able to see the online exclusives so you can see in detail what I'm going to show you, because I didn't print them to like flip pages for you. It's different than a catalog, but I do print mine because I like those tactical little hold it in my hand things. So let me show you what we've created, and we'll get started. Okay, so here's my 4th of July card. Friends, it's almost 4th of July. This is one of the new embossing folders, and this is one of my new favorite papers. It is shimmer stripe, and you can see that really good. It is like somebody took a fine tip glue pen and put a little bit of shimmer on it. Now it's silver, and I will tell you we have colored on it. Haven't stamped on it yet. That's one of my things that I want to do, is do some stamping on it, but right now it's just colored. This is the Halloween DSP. There's a set of embossing folders that has the Halloween bats and dots, the leaves that I'm going to show you today, and then some candy canes. The DSP is adorable. These little embellishments are so cute. Oh, thanks, Mary. This is the new ribbon. If you don't do Halloween, this is still adorable. So that is that one. Oh, and then I added a little piece in there when I cut, because the DSP comes 6 by 6, and you get 12 sheets of 4 different designs. They're all adorable. This is one of the fall bundles. It cuts these leaves out, and I use that leaf embossing folder. So it's got leaves and a punch. This is the one. Where's my flamingo card? Okay, one moment. I'm going to look for my flamingo card. Okay, it's too cute not to show you. So there's one. This one is Stampin' Up! Has a birthday song. They clap 7 times. This set is called Birthday Song. It says, this is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Hey. But this is my flamingo. So it has the walruses in there, and then it has flamingos. And it would be so fun to see flippin' flamingos. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you like seeing these. So again, this just makes me happy and a little crazy. Here's this shimmer paper again. There's a violet set. This is this pretty, it's a freesia ribbon, but there's a whole violet bundle. Again, if you get my emails, you have the PDF and you can look at it. Here's another one. These embellishments are just yummy. Like we joked we wanted to put them on something that dangled to make them an earring. Here's another part of the violets. This is where we colored on that striped DSP. We just used blends on it. Didn't tear up the end of our blends. Nothing. It was great. And here's the 2 that I'm going to show you today. Oh, I should make this guy flip. Don't let me forget. Where's my flippers? Right here. I need to make this guy flip. So this is something to crow about, and happy fall, you all. Now, it's smoking in Indiana today. There's nothing fall about today, but I wanted to show you. Tanya has Tanya's technique that's amazing that I'm going to show you with the stamp positioner, and it's super cute. So this is called Fun for Fall. Dies, corn stalks, a flag, that's a bale of hay, sunflower, 3 crows, and the fence. The words are congratulations. This is something to crow about. Happy fall, you all. Hey there. How many of you growing up said, when someone said, hey, you said, that's for horses? I did. So thankful for you, and hoping your day is wonderful. Hay's for horses. What's your problem? I mean, right? Oh, Beth. So it's hot in Savannah too? Yeah, it's smoking here today. Hence the reason the hair is curly. I didn't have a choice. So this is the first card I'm going to show you. This is done, and we're going to do it just a little bit different. After I got it all done, I wondered if I would have liked the words across the bottom and put the fence on top and then did the crows. So we're going to flip it and do it that way just to make it a little bit different, because why not? So I cut my fence out. To get the fence to go all the way across the front, you just kind of glue it on like this. Only I wanted it to go a little bit further, so I did just a little bit more. But on this one, the glue and I are not always friends. You know how that is, the green glue. This one, I squirted too much green glue and it's still a little sticky. So I need to do a better job with my green glue or use my adhesive sheets, right? Because that's better. Oh, this one I made kind of a fun fold. This one, we're just going to make it as a card front, but this one I did this. Isn't that cute? Again, I just like to mix them up. I hate to do the same thing twice. Probably because when I was younger, I'm going to do the words first. That's going to be smarter. When I was younger, one of my jobs was all I did was duplicate someone else's work. And I got so tired of it that I don't like to duplicate the same thing very often. This is something to crow about. Right across the bottom. I just barely wanted it right there. Oh, it's steamy in Minnesota too. Man, it's hot everywhere. I hate being, well, we've had a beautiful spring, so I'm really not complaining. I'm just saying that it's hot. My dad, who's 93, I talked to him a little bit ago, and I said, he said, it's really hot. And I'm like, you went outside? And he goes, no, somebody just told me. I'm like, okay. Listens to everybody else. So I'm going to put this right here to extend my, come on. See, now I'm going to have a green glue mess already. Ugh. Adhesive sheets for the win next time, friends. 100%. So I just reminded him to drink a lot of water if he went outside. He said he wasn't going out. That man. My sister was here from Texas last week, and she got to spend a lot of time with him, which is always good for both of them. He gets Sister Phil, and we get a little bit of a break. Oh, I didn't leave enough room for my little sunflower. See, I put that little sunflower at the end last time. We'll find a place to put it. Okay. So now I'm going to add my crows to the top of the fence. I'm going to put this guy in the middle. Oh, here's some grass. Do I want grass at the bottom? I'm just going to put a little bit of grass on each side over here. I had a bunch of grass across the bottom there, but I don't feel the need. I'll just put a little bit down there at the bottom. There's another crow. And they sit real well. I mean, it's really easy to get them to sit right there on top of those. Okay, here's my little leaves. And they're adorable. Just remember, however many leaves you stamp, you have to color in. Which is fine. I'm not opposed to coloring a leaf. They're really cute. And then here's my sunflower. It's really cute. I'm going to put it... How do I want to do this? I don't necessarily... I'm going to do this. Oh, no, I'm going to mask it the other way. Okay, so this is what we do, right? So I am going to put my mask on here, and I'm going to put my sunflower right, I want it right here. Okay, see, I got my sunflower right there where I wanted it. All right, now let's move these out of the way. It's a little bit off, but what I did last time too was because of this, it has a die. So I can always stamp this. I have a scrap of vanilla here. Let's just stamp my little sunflower on here. I'll die cut this out and put it right on top of there. And then I'll be happy. Okay. Here's my colors. I'm going to move my ink. Because it didn't stamp exactly the way I wanted, but I really wanted to put it on there. So I'll just cut it out and mount it on there. So we'll color that on this little corner. So I'm going to color him in. This is Dark Darling Duckling. And I'm going to go ahead and, just in case it doesn't line up perfectly. Okay, now I'm going to see. Well, I'm afraid to do that. I was going to mute my computer so you didn't hear dings when I got a text message. But I'm afraid if I do that, I'll mute everything. And I don't want to do that. Because my luck, if I did that, I would mute my computer. No one wants to talk to me until I get on here. And then everybody does. They really don't. But this is for the center of my sunflower. I don't really need to do it there, but I did it anyway. And that was pecan pie, because that's what color the fence is. My Post-it note sticking to my hand. This is a little bit of the green. It is Peaceful Pine. How many of you, it takes a minute before you can say the words out loud of our new colors? Golden Glow. Geez, it takes me a minute. And I live in the woods, so I know this is what it looks like out here. And then this one is Cajun Craze. It doesn't look this way now. Right now, everything's green. Oh, it's so pretty. The stuff's blooming. We came home the other night, and Mama Deer was walking across with baby deer. They were so cute. This is Light Smoky Slate. And I know crows are black, but it just looks weird if you try to color it black. So they're just going to be a light smoky slate, and then I have a gray granite. so they're not so flat one color. Everybody colors different. If you don't like the way I colored mine, when you get yours, you can color it different. And now I'm going to put beaks on those crows. My sister, every time she drives by a crow, she says caw. I have no idea why. We've wondered that for years. We don't know. You know, if you have sisters, sometimes something about them isn't quite right. Okay. Shh, don't say I said that. I'll deny it anyway. Just because it's recorded doesn't mean anything. Okay, so here is this. Here's that sunflower I just told you about. So let's run it through my mini boss. My granddaughter wants one of these really badly. And I'm like, you can't do everything in a mini boss. She thinks you can. I'm going to use that Post-it note again. You can see all of my notes on the Post-it note. Okay, friends. Yes, it takes away all the details. I agree. That's why I don't love it. I use my alternate colors. All right, we'll move these things out of the way. I'm going to un-Post-it note this die. This is going to be used for the second card. That's why it's sitting here. Then I'm just going to trim the stem off. Oh, and this one I stamped in basic white. This one's in vanilla, just to mix it up because I could, right? The other thing I wanted to do with this one, so there, it's my sunflower. It's adorable. I could have made it a spinner, which would have been super cute. If I don't comment right away, if you make a comment and I don't see it, oh, Nova Scotia. Sorry. I'll get back to you when we're done. Nova Scotia. What's the weather like in Nova Scotia right now? I want to whack this. That's so light. I don't know that you can see the pretty speckles that I put on there. I'm going to go with a darker color so you can see. We'll use the Peaceful Pine. Oh, now you can see. Look, I've speckled it. I love speckles. All right. So then I took, again, this one I did a little different because it's on 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I've got this piece, and I made the card open that way. This one is going to be a regular card base of pecan pie. This is the two-tone cardstock. So what I did was I ran it through that embossing folder of the leaves, and I can decide whether I want the leaves to be debossed and go down and use this side, or whether I want to use this side. That's like always a hard call for me because I kind of like the interest of both. This one, they're raised up. So to make the card different, let's go this way. I'm going to take my trimmer, and this is a 6x3 sheet. So I'm going to cut it 5 1/4, and then I'm going to cut it 1 1/2 down the middle. I know you're probably wondering why I just didn't cut it 5 1/4 at the beginning. Well, I didn't. Oh, good, Mary. That's what we're doing. Okay, so I'm going to put my seal across here. And I cut it 5 1/2, so it's going to go all the way to the end. You know, and I probably do that because on this two-tone cardstock comes in 12 by 12. Like, I hate to cut, you know, I wouldn't want to cut a 6-inch piece out of a regular cardstock. Oh, look, that's so cute. Sorry, I just got completely distracted with the cuteness. We're going to use the edges because we can. So this is one of the new online exclusives. Like I said when we started, online exclusive starts Wednesday. I know it's a busy week with 4th of July and everything that everybody has going on, but starting Wednesday, you can order this. You too can create something to crow about. Right here. Oh, and then I've got to add my embellishments. They are these, the earthy matte dots, which I happen to like. So which one do you like better? Again, white, vanilla, the lighter side of the two-tone cardstock, the darker side, the words across the bottom, the words across the top of the fence. I mean, I did a lot to, it might not seem like a ton of difference, but I kind of feel like it is. I'm going to put some of these red ones on this one just because I can. Oh, look, I've gone fat. Let's add a blue one just because. We'll put the blue one up there. Isn't that cute? And I love the sunflower. Again, I could have made that sunflower spinny. Okay, so I'll post a picture. Oh, you want me to freehand the stem of the flower? I could. I'm not intimidated by that. Here is my basic black. And this flower has no leaves on it. So yeah, I can freehand it. I can even add a leaf if I wanted to. Let's put a leaf on. Let's see how brave I am. Oh, I could put one of those leaves on. Nope, not. And I'll add a little bit of green to the leaf. Ooh, and I'll color my green grass. There you go, Mary. Okay. All right, friends, this one is probably what I'm going to do for camp. Like sometimes you don't know which one I'm going to do. Oh, you like the vanilla one better, Claire? Yeah. All right, friends, that's card 1. Now let me show you card 2. So here's my little scarecrow guy. And again, I used Tanya's technique. We're going to call it that because I can, because she's so smart. So some of you are like me. One, it's humid. We've got issues. So bleeding is a little bit of a problem this time of year. So I'm going to solve that problem for you. You can watercolor without any issues, and you don't have to worry about a thing. So I've got my stamp positioner and my scarecrows over here in the corner. This is watercolor paper. The reason he's washi taped down the watercolor paper is because I lost one of these. I thought it was probably stuck to the bottom of one of those new pads because everything keeps getting stuck to the bottom. Like I find my dies stuck to those magnetic pads. It wasn't there. So I don't know where it is. Now that I've ordered 2 more, because I can order replacements, I'm sure I will find it. But I got tired of waiting to find it, so I just ordered 2 more. What could go wrong if I have 3? So I just inked that with basic beige. So I'm going to stamp the basic beige on my watercolor paper. There's my little scarecrow guy. He's very plain, and I know that, but I'm going to color him and show you Tanya's magic. And then we're going to make him spin on the front of my card. Okay. Again, no one wants me till I am on a... So I apologize for the dinging. I'm afraid to turn it off because I'm afraid it will mute me. I'll figure it out when we're done. So this is Pumpkin Pie. I'm using watercolor pencils. If you don't use your watercolor pencils, I'm sorry. I love them. I love using them for so many reasons. But they're just a different way to color. They're very soft. We have really nice watercolor pencils. This is blue. That's what it says. Wait a minute, let me see if I can find another color. This one says balmy blue, which we don't even have. Then this one's Pacific Point. So I've obviously had my watercolor pencils for quite a while because I have 3 different shades of blue. It really doesn't matter. I'm making denim. So I'm going to go over his overalls. I don't push really hard. I want it to be smooth as I can make it, because by it being smooth, then when I go to watercolor it, it's smooth. I'm not worried about the lines of the pants or anything like that, because I'm going to show you the magic here in just a minute. Unfortunately for you, you have to watch me color. So we have some blue. Now I'm going to add, this is Granny Apple with a fuzzy on the end. He's got a Granny Apple scarf. He's got Granny Apple grass. I'm going to make a Granny Apple patch. This is espresso and daffodil. So the daffodil's all the straw. We love a cute little scarecrow for the fall. Again, I feel like summer just started. I did go to Hobby Lobby, and yes, friends, the Christmas is out. I wasn't ready for that. I was ready for the fall, but not the Christmas. But if you look at the new Stampin' Up! Online exclusives, they tried to cater a little bit to the Christmas in July thing. This is Flirty Flamingo. So if you like doing your Christmas cards early, I have a customer who likes to get hers done. She's super excited that there's Christmas in the new online exclusives. So this, oh, I told you it's Flirty Flamingo. Never mind, I already said that. I'm going to make that Flirty Flamingo. So to watercolor it, I like my water in a jar. And my water painter, I feel like I can control it a little bit better. So I'm going to go light to dark. So hopefully I don't have to clean out my water very much. So I'm going to start with my straw. I'm going to go to the hat because I don't mind a little bit of yellow in my orange. See how easy it blends? Okay, I am going to wash it out now. I'm going to do my little green right here on him. Now, some of these smaller areas, like I can go over this, but I wouldn't have to. Like I don't have to go over these because sometimes that just makes that bleed into the other thing. So if you don't want to do that, gosh, don't. Okay, so now I've got my shirt. It's a little bit wetter than what I wanted. Don't be afraid of this. Again, I'm on watercolor paper, which is going to make it a little bit easier. So I've done his shirt. Now I'm going to go over the overalls last. They're really, oh, the espresso is really the darkest color. But his overalls. So I'm going to color his overalls. And now I'm going to go down his stick. And I don't have to rinse this off because if there's a little blue in that brown, nobody's going to know. Okay, so now I'm going to move this over here for just 1 second because I want it to dry a little bit because it is wet because I just used watercolor. I'm going to finish the card. And then we will cut out our friend and make him spin. So I used the Misty Moonlight. So this card, what I did is I ran my embossing folder through this way, scooched it over and did this way. But you can't tell that because I put the ribbon on top. So even though this is a 3x6, I was able to run it through my die cut machine the proper way and get a full set of leaves. When I got all done, I was a little disappointed with myself because I felt like I could have showed off those leaves a lot better had I done this. So you can see my seam through the middle where I touch those two. And we're just going to Misty Moonlight some of those leaves so that they pop a little bit better. I love both of these, but I can't use the same stamp set twice at camp. So I'm trying to decide which one I think my campers will want to do. Something to crow about, or a cute little, like that's something to crow about I could use right now, and because it doesn't look fall unless I put the leaves on. So I could put a patch of sunflowers at the end of that fence, and then I wouldn't have to add any, or make it looks more like a summer card. So see how that just shows up those leaves a little bit better? So that's why I decided to do that. This is that cute little checkered trim in Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to put it right over where that seam is. How am I doing, friends? Oh, good. I impressed somebody. Oh, sometimes it's the little things, right? There's so many things somebody will do and I'll go, what? Like the thing I'm going to show you that Tanya showed me. And I went, what the heck? I may have been fussy about something smearing. And she said, let me show you how smart I am. And it was brilliant. Oh, my watercolor paper. We have great watercolor paper. So this is our watercolor paper, and it comes 7 by, it's an odd size. So here's, oh, my phone call from Denver, Indiana, potential spam. I quartered it, and that's the size I used for my scarecrow. Just in case you're wondering, I didn't tell you, I apologize. So I'm going to seal that down. I'm going to seal this down to the front. Let's make sure my card's opening the right way. How many of you have created a card and realized you mounted it upside down? Right? That happens. So the problem with the spinner is I have to make sure it doesn't hit any ribbon. So I'm going to scoot this further over to the side before I touch my scarecrow, because I have found when they spin, like I had to make sure my flamingo didn't hit this ribbon for it to go. It's so funny and makes me so happy. So we're going to figure out how to make this scarecrow spin next. Guess what I'm doing when I leave, when I'm done here? I'm going to get peaches from the peach truck. Have you guys ever done that? Man, my house will smell so good. You have to let them sit for a while, and then they ripen up. Okay, so this is dry. So I'm going to go get peaches. Every year that I get the peaches, my trainer will say, will you make me a peach cobbler? And I go, no. I'll make you a peach cobbler with canned peaches, but these peaches you just eat because they're so good. Early espresso. Not one that I would use on watercolor normally because it would bleed. But because this is dried and I did it with, I have my stamp positioner and I colored it in such a light color that didn't bleed that watercolor. Look at my scarecrow. Is that not the most brilliant thing? Again, that's all my friend Tanya. So look how cute he is. He was watercolored, which you can't do with early espresso. So if you send this to your Stampin' friends who know stuff, they're going to go, how did you do that? Because that shouldn't work. Especially this time of year. So now we're going to cut him out. Because he's super cute. Oh, you know what? I don't know that I can make him a spinner because the flag, oh, maybe I'll spin the flag. Ooh, let's see if we can do that. Okay, so now I have the flag. So I watercolored this before we started, so it had time to dry. I wanted you to see that. Oh, you can't see because I don't have it in the screen. Dang it. So here's the hash marks that I colored. I used a couple of shades of the, I used a pumpkin pie and I used a Calypso coral, and then I used the yellow and kind of hashed them around. What I wanted you to see is I tried to decide like where I wanted my flag to be. Like I could position it where it was all the orange or kind of move it. So I'm going to stamp it kind of over here in the corner. Okay. Now I'm going to put my Happy Fall, y'all, right there in the middle. Okay. I'm the worst person at looking up to see what you guys are seeing. And I apologize when I go rogue and you can't see what I'm doing. And I'm sure in your mental head, you're shouting at me, get back in the screen. And if I could hear you, I would. But I'm not very good at looking up at this stuff. I'm too busy being busy. All right. We're going to have to use that Post-it note's buried, so I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape to hold this because the paper's warped from where I watercolored it. My flag's not staying where it's supposed to be. Now it is, because it don't have a choice. Okay, so now I've got my little flag. Okay, so I may be able to get that to spin. Gosh, that'll be super cute. Let's see if we can get it to do it. So there's my flag. Here's my scarecrow. I'm going to move him over here. He's going to have to go on with glue dots because this will raise up when it spins. And if I put him on with dimensionals, he may be too tall. So we're going to put him on with glue dots. Going to put him on like this. He's still cute. Oh, remember what I told you earlier about making sure your card's right side up? Come on, girlfriend. So now we're going to go this way with him. Right. Some days we're just doing the best we can. Okay, here's my spinner. If you haven't bought spinners, we got nail spinners. I got them on Amazon. If you want the link, let me know because they come in different sizes. The size that I got fits a glue dot, which was important to me. Okay. So let's see if this is going to be in the right place. Okay, I need him to tilt up. So let's see where he stops. Nope, he's going to be upside down. So sometimes we found that we have to adjust the position on here to get it to do what we want it to do. Come on. He's still pointed up. Okay, so let's go. Let's move it down. And I can replace the glue dots once I get them on there to make sure it really sticks. Oh, there it is. Come on. Well, I think this flag is what's going to always make it want to go up. The fact that it just has a longer end there. So I may not be able to make a spinny flag. It was a good idea, friends, but it's not going to do it the way I want it to. So he's just going to have to be a flat flag. And I'll have to find something else to spin. Okay, friends, what did you think? Do you love some of the new stuff? So again, I've got this cute little stamp set where we did something to crow about and we did a scarecrow. Oh, I want to show you, let me show you what we're doing Wednesday. So Wednesday's project, there's this new, it's called Botanical Expressions, and it has this die, and I was excited about it. I really like the words. I'll give more detail on Wednesday. So I created these cards using this designer series paper. Friends, this designer series paper isn't coming back till August. So I had to switch up my card. So I think my plan is to use this designer series paper, which I love. It goes with the shimmer paper, and I think it's going to make a beautiful card. So this is one of the cards we're going to do at camp. And it uses that shimmer with the daisy die and this DSP with the butterflies. So we're going to, and all these in color ribbons. So we're going to do this card at camp, but I think I should do this design because it has leaves too. I'm going to come up with something with that new bundle for Wednesday. So stay tuned. Join me on Wednesday. I'll make something. I don't know, but I have today and tomorrow to make it. So, all right, friends, thanks so much for joining me. I will see you on Wednesday. I'll be live at 1. We'll come back and I'll show you some more new fun things. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. Have a good one. Bye.